It is officially 2026. It's crazy because those are all the fireworks going off, but it honestly feels like just another day. In 8 hours, it's gonna be 12 a.m. in America, at least in New York time zone. So honestly, I don't really feel like, oh, I've gotten to the other side, even though I can see on my computer that it says January 1st. But honestly, I think because I'm still practicing the same things, I'm in the same location, nothing has really changed. I kind of felt like I was getting ready for the new year and practicing all of the things that I want to continue doing and taking action on for 2026. I started in 2025, and yeah, even though on the calendar that we have now it's going from 2025 to 2026, I feel like so many different cultures celebrate the new year at different times. For example, like Chinese have their own new year, and I'm sure the Mayans, I'm sure the Julian and the Gregorian and the Zodiac and everybody, they have, and the seasons and all of that stuff, they all have their own way of just revolutionizing and becoming a new thing. So yeah, honestly, it doesn't feel that crazy, but I will say Happy New Year. Blessed beyond measure, and really looking forward to what's to come. I mean, it honestly, it just hasn't hit me because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be another year, and this year is gonna be so different, because I feel like the things that that I did this year, and the things that impacted me or held me back, are not gonna present themselves. However, it's up to me to not let those things happen. And so, having that newfound confidence, really sticking true to those boundaries, and being able to add on, because I don't think that any plan where you just take out everything is going to stick, unless you're okay with having a worse time. I think that you always have to kind of balance things out. And so I'm really excited for the things that I want to add into my life, and I know right now what I have subtracted. And so yeah, really grateful for even this year, because technically this was not a bad year. It was actually not a bad year. I thought it was, because I was being so negative, but it wasn't. I genuinely felt loved. I felt appreciated. I felt confident, and I learned. But yeah, I made mistakes. Everybody has those days, everybody's not perfect. So you gotta do what you gotta do, and you gotta learn what you gotta do, and do those things, and just keep on chucking away at it. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm about to turn 25 in 4 months, meaning that's a quarter life, and that's a frick ton of time. Actually, I'm thinking about it. That's 2.5 decades of living in this life, and yeah, there's been things that I've learned, there's things that I've changed, but there's also things that I think are just chipping away, and like because we're like literally given years and years and decades and sometimes a whole century of life, you can't like condense everything into 1 year. And so I think you really just gotta like stick to one thing and like tackle it down and continue doing that over the years. And by the end of a decade, you've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things, and I think that that's a huge shift in your life, but you really have to stay dedicated and honed in on that vision. And so I also thank God that I'm reminded consistently of that vision, and I don't feel alone. And I've realized that like there's things that I've realized that like, okay, maybe I won't find, that community with people that I want so deeply, but I can find it in other ways. And I'm grateful that I was born in a generation that has technology, social media. I know there's the downsides, there's definitely the cons. It was so interesting. I wasn't even able to like go on social media after college. But then I learned like, okay, I can mute people. So that was like a social boundary that I created. And then there's like people that I can connect to. Like the network of social media allows you to reach people in different countries, different continents, different mindsets. You're not just restricted to the people in the pool that is around you because you met them. Like you're able to have this reach and you're able to have this connection that honestly feels, it's just a different feeling. I've truly also enjoyed the intimate moments that I've spent in person with people, like my family, like my relationships, like my friends. But I've also learned that like there's more out there, and I'm happy to I'm happy to understand the difference between social media and what you'll get there and what you'll get in real life. And yeah, understanding the two. And honestly, I don't think that anybody that I'm cutting off is like a bad person. That's also another thing that I learned is that, you know, I wish you the best, and I have actually no malintent in my heart because I know you're not a bad person. It's just like I'm simply choosing what I need, and I know that that can be hurtful to some people, like just feeling like you're just left alone, because I have felt that way. But because like I have also like come out on the other side, I just know that anybody that I do that to, like I can't hold guilt because that's just a part of life. I never wanted to abandon, alienate anybody because I know how that felt and it sucked, until you learn to love yourself and you learn to be like, you know what? It's okay if this person is not by my side. It's like you find a new pillar to stand on that's very strong because you're able to like fall back onto yourself and you're not wallowing. Like for me, I was so invigorated and excited to leave people because I was like, I want to be alone and I want to stop pretending, stop masking, and just like choose myself. Like that to me was invigorating. That was exciting to me. And so I know that that's a massive shift, and maybe people are going to call me selfish or like, oh, you've changed, or oh, like whatever you have to say. I actually don't care because it's a choice that I made for myself. And if I truly like think about like how I felt in those situations and conversations and times that we spent with each other, I mean, yeah, there were good times, but there are also times where I was deeply disappointed and I didn't feel seen. I didn't feel heard and I didn't feel genuinely cared for. There are times where I did also. And so I don't blame the person and I don't see them as a bad person. And so I'm just like very grateful that I'm able to even have that, holding the truth of two things and being okay. And yeah, I think that I do want to, I'm still toying with the idea of telling people, like, okay, this is what it is, or just letting silence speak for itself. Um, because some people just don't deserve to know. Because I don't think that, to be honest, I don't think that they were entirely, what's the word, selfless and like genuine. So like, why do I have to be? You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just like reciprocating energy and really actually. There's one girl that told me, I went to a networking event, one of like the worst nights of my life. I felt so shit about myself because I was overperforming and people pleasing. It was just, it's a person that I'm just no longer, because I have those boundaries and I know, like, okay, don't go there. Like, don't, like, save yourself, protect yourself, and have your peace. And people will get over it, Like, don't be that person that's just, Anyways, and so I felt really bad after that night. But one thing that stayed so true to me was this girl telling me that, like, you don't have to take responsibility for things that you're not responsible for. And that was like a mind shift. Like, it was huge. But the thing is, I didn't know how to like put that into perspective or into practice. And so it's been like 2 years of reminding myself over and over and over, like, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Until now, it feels a little bit more comfortable to do that. There's still sometimes where I'm like, okay, I need to, and then I like calm down and I'm like, they just have to deal with it. It's not my responsibility. If you feel a certain way, that's yours to deal with, and vice versa. What is mine is mine, and what is yours. And I'm not going to be the dumb one that carries more than I need to. So, because it's just heavy, and so I'm learning to like let things go, like energy work and throwing things away, like really working with your energy. Things that, like, honestly no book would have taught me. But I do want to, just for the aesthetic, like read and stuff. Also like journaling, just like tapping back with myself every single day and night, morning and night, and just like, yeah. Also being sobriety has been deeply cleansing. And yeah, like there's times where it's hard for me to hold all of my emotions, but at the same time, um it's good when you don't have access, because it's like, okay, well, push has come to shove and there's nothing else you can do about it. So just stay sober. And it's like, all right, I did it. And like, honestly, it feels like it's from within and God led. So honestly, don't even feel that much pressure of like, oh, I need to, you know it feels really just smooth sailing. Like, yeah, there's no real desire there. It's I just have other desires, and I'm really excited to see those through. Um I think another thing is also like the idea of comparisons. I feel like I did a lot of that, and I still obviously do, but I can reason with myself logically and be like, well, is that something that you want to do? I mean, it's really just learning myself and learning where I am in life and being okay with where I am in life and not being like, oh, I need to rush to this position because all of this is going to teach you how to keep this. If you rush to get this, you won't keep it. So you really have to learn to play the long game, and which is what you should want to do. Like, live a long life, learn a lot, be a lot, do a lot, experience a lot, and grow a lot. Like, I mean, why wouldn't you create a lot, rest a lot, travel a lot? There's like, why wouldn't you want to have more than less? You know what I mean? So, like, you're just like always sprinting, like, you're gonna get tired. So, we might as well just go at a pace that you want to. And I believe this year is finally going to give me that, because I went slow mode and then I went fast mode, and I think today and this year is going to be medium. It's going to be a medium year, but there's going to be longevity, and there's going to be great ups, and I think it's also going to be tempered, less like crazy wins, but also less like crazy downs, just a lot of like silent moments, a lot of silent moments I see. But all of those moments put together are going to feel like rock solid by the end of the year, where it's like genuinely foundational work, and building it so that it's strong and that it can last. And so, and then also just like loving myself on a deeper level and knowing exactly what are the things that I can bring to people, and knowing if I want to give that or not, not just being in overdrive and not just being an autopilot, but saying, today I choose to do XYZ. However, the amount of energy input that I'm putting is directly correlated to what I want to do. And very rarely is it that I need to put in so much energy to get so much energy back. Very rarely. Almost actually never. So always give, because the thing about me that I really love, that I'm really grateful about, is that like I actually feel like I don't have to do that much. That's what I believe, that don't really have to do that much. Like, even the little that I do is enough. It really is. It really is. And like, if I want to do more, it better be because I want to do more, you know? Yeah. Anyways, I'm really just focused on staying close to myself. Staying close to myself and reaching my goals. In every sector, emotionally, physically, socially, spiritually, financially, professionally, mentally, everything. Physically, I don't know if I already said that, but all of it. All of them. And yeah, and just like being that girl without overperformance. Effortlessly that girl. And I'm excited. It's gonna be good. Okay. Happy New Year.